Sharon Keogan.
Thank you, Cahill. And it's lovely to see the parents of the senators coming in. And a little bit envious that I don't have my mother with us, and neither does Annie have her father, and Michael Carrigy doesn't have his mother, but it's so lovely to see that you're able to share these moments with your parents. On Monday, the Children's Rights Alliance published their annual report card, which provides an analysis for Fianna Fail, Fine Gael and the Green Party's joint programme for government, Our Shared Future, and how it performed for children in 2021. The report examines the promises made to the children in the government programme and grades the government on its performance in bringing about those promised changes. The report states that 2021 was far from a normal year, and to its credit, the government made good progress in some areas. To reflect this, a B grade was awarded on the commitment to create new pathways for long-term undocumented people and their children. There were 3 B grades for work to end direct provision systems, for reform of the childcare system, and for the long-awaited guidelines on reduced timetables. Things were less stellar on the other end of the spectrum, with 2 E grades awarded, the lowest in the report card 2022. The first of these was given to the increase in the number of children and their families experiencing homelessness. The fact that there were nearly 300 more children and young people in emergency accommodation at the end of 2021 compared to the beginning of that year is deeply disappointing, particularly given the positive actions taken in 2020, resulting in the fall in homeless families. The report is worth spending some time with, but a few figures give a sobering snapshot of the work to be done. We have just under 2,500 children who are homeless and 929 young adults. 1,795 children and young people are in direct provision. 84% of 8 to 12-year-olds are on social media platforms, despite being below the age restriction. 2,384 children are on the waiting list for a CAMHS appointment, with 170 of those having waited over a year. In all, there in the report, how best to help the children in Ireland, and it might be a good time that we have a debate on this, Leader. Thank you very much.
Senator Keogan spoke about the Children's Rights Alliance and about the rates performances. I did happen to hear some of the interview with Tanya Ward on the radio, I think it was the day before yesterday. And in terms of the grading system, she quite rightly spoke about where, as a country, we have done well and where we have scored well, and I always think that's important, but where we haven't, and particularly in relation to the use of social media. So we certainly should look, I agree with you, Senator, for a debate with Minister O'Gorman in terms of this, because it's something that we should cast an eye on an annual basis.